Hey guys, okay, so today what I really wanted to talk about was oils and which ones are perfect for your skin type. And before anyone freaks out, I'm not going to be talking about coconut oil. Coconut oil, actually, if you've ever tried it and you've breaked out from it, it's because every oil basically falls between a 1 and a 5, sometimes a 0, but they're pretty rare in terms of how comedogenic they are. So coconut oil is actually a 4 out of 5, which is why you break out so badly. Um, so I'm going to go through a couple of them, some that are good for normal, dry, oily, as well as their benefits. And then also pretty much tell you some that might work for a whole bunch of different ones. Also keep in mind, I'll try to tell you guys texture. Me personally, right now I have 2 layers of rosehip oil on. I like to feel slip on my skin and I like to feel a little bit more dewy personally. That's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people, especially if you're more oily, I completely understand you want a super thin oil, so I will tell you about those. But some people who are oily might like still having glossy skin. So, alright, so the first oil I'm going to talk about is cram oil or Abyssinian. Just cram, C-R-A-M-B-E. It has a lot of omega-9s. It's a very thin oil, so if you have oily skin, you will really like this one. It sinks in, it's not going to give like a glossy finish to the skin really. And also it's really going to help with just giving your skin the hydration and moisture that it needs without you feeling greasy. And it's non-comedogenic. It is a 1 out of 5, so the likelihood that you'll break out from it is very, very small. And the next oil I'm going to talk about is gooseberry oil. Gooseberry oil is really good for dry skin, in my opinion. It has a green tint, which is fun for me. Keep in mind though, if you are going to put it on before bed, if you have white pillowcases, you might get a green tint. It's a medium thickness, so you are going to feel it on the skin. So if you don't like feeling kind of a gloss or some moisture on the skin, it's probably not going to be your favorite. It's a 1 out of 5 in terms of how comedogenic it is, and it is full of vitamin C, polyphenols, a lot of really good antioxidants to help out irritated, just the skin in general. So now we're going to talk about argan oil, which I'm pretty sure everyone and their mama knows about. I think the reason why you see so many at Sephora and Ulta and QVC and all these places is argan oil is a 0 out of 5, meaning pretty much no one should break out from it. It does a really good job of equaling out oil production, and it helps with acne, flare-ups, and scarring. So it's a pretty safe oil, so I would say if you have no idea where you want to start with, argan's a pretty good one to start with. Not my personal favorite. My personal favorite will be at the end, but it's a good one. So the next one is blackcurrant seed oil, which is a 0 to 1, so very low likelihood of it breaking you out. It's really good for dry, damaged skin, or if you have very sensitive skin. It's also very good for psoriasis and eczema. So you can also use this on your body, or if you have any on your scalp, you can try it out just to try to help the itchiness, the irritation. Next one is blackberry seed oil, which is 0 to 1 as well. It's a very thin oil, very good for oily skin. It has a lot of antioxidants and it helps with decongesting the skin, and it's also really good for helping unclog pores. Now, I personally love blueberry seed oil. Just like blueberries in general, they are packed with antioxidants. So this is amazing, especially if you have sun damage. I live in New York City, so if you live in a toxic environment like this, it really helps combat free radicals. And free radicals really are one of the biggest things that are going to age the skin. So blueberry seed oil is amazing. It is a little bit tricky to find, but it's really good. It's also amazing if you use it in the oil cleansing method. Okay, so this next one is very popular, more so because people are using it for eyebrow growth, eyelash growth, and that's castor oil. Please be careful with castor oil. I would only use this for oily skin, and even then I would still dilute it. Additionally, I would not just put castor oil on the skin. It's extremely purging. So what I mean by that is, comedogenic wise, it's a 0 to 1 out of 5. So it's not going to break you out, but it's going to flush out the acne. So you are going to break out. You're not breaking out from the castor oil, you're breaking out because it's causing your skin to purge. So it's one of those things where I would say if you have oily skin, you can use it in the oil cleansing method. I would still dilute it 50-50 with maybe argan oil or something that's not going to irritate the skin too much. It just, if you have a lot of acne, it will help you get rid of it, but just keep in mind, if it's all below the surface, it's going to come above the surface. Personally, I hate that. But it will basically get rid of it for the long term, but you are going to have maybe a week or so of a lot of active acne as it's purging through the skin. Next one is cloudberry seed oil, and it is a 1 out of 5, and it's really nice because it stops the buildup of dead skin. I have a lot of dead skin that builds up super quickly, and I mean within a day. So I almost always exfoliate every single day. I use a lactic acid to gently exfoliate, and then also when I'm going in with my hydrating cleanser, I use one of the silicone, it's not the Foreo, but it's a Foreo from Amazon, and I use that to gently exfoliate the dead skin, especially around my nose. It's next day horrible. So cloudberry seed oil is really good at just helping to lift that. Emu oil is amazing for everyone, and the amazing thing is it really mimics the skin's natural fatty acid ratio, so it is the oil that will actually penetrate the most. So especially if you infuse it with herbs or any kind of actives that you know work for you, it will actually go deeper into the skin. So it is more of a luxurious oil, but it's really, really good at delivering the nutrients all the way down into the dermis. And then last but not least is my personal favorite, which is rosehip oil. I got 2 layers on my skin right now. It is Mother Nature's form of retinol. So it actually has vitamin A in it. It is amazing at getting rid of hyperpigmentation, acne scars, evening out the skin. And because it has that vitamin A in it, it will help reduce fine lines, wrinkles, pores, texture. It's just really amazing, and I love it. It is a 1 out of 5, so very low chance of it breaking you out. But yeah, so let me know what your favorite oils are down in the comments down below. If you want, I will also leave my social media links if you want to check them out. And you can also subscribe to the channel if you want to. And yeah, give this a like and a share if it was helpful. If not, I hope you have a beautiful morning or afternoon or evening wherever you are.